Okay, Kevy Kev. Colloidal silver production. Starts with distilled water. So distilled water has a guaranteed analysis of a 0.00 TDS. TDS is total dissolved solids. That includes basically anything. When you measure TDS, it could be anything, and generally is. It's prescriptions that have been thrown away. It is feces. It's everything. When you speak TDS, absolutely every sediment or dissolved solid is included in that. So distilled water doesn't have any real benefit. It's been reduced to nothing. Okay, it's useful in this type of an application. Okay, don't be alarmed by my generator. This is basically just a chassis that has about 7 or 8 D batteries in it. Very simple. I just put it in a housing, and it has 7 or 8 D batteries. I happen to have silver strands. My silver strands are wrapped around that alligator clip and then clipped to the side of the glass. The second one is, again, wrapped around that alligator clip and then into the glass. The two strands are not touching in the glass. So now, all you do is you put your distilled water, trying not to cross the path of the video, put your distilled water in. Okay, again, you want to make sure that your elements are not touching in the water. It'll stop the diffusion process. Okay, and then, so in this case, again, what I have is an on button. If you had just a D-cell battery, you wouldn't have an on button, and it would just start the diffusion process. In this case, I turn it on. Oh, is my, I don't know if mine is on. Oh, I'm gonna have to undo this potentially. Oh no, my silver strands are touching. See that? Now when they're not touching, it goes on. Okay, and it begins the diffusion process. So I'm gonna try to get this down. All right, that's working fine. So the diffusion process begins. What you'll first notice is bubbles, right? Bubbles will begin to grow on the strands of silver in the glass. As the bubbles increase and encompass the entire piece of silver, you'll see that it begins to diffuse in a milky white, right? That milky white is the silver being diffused into the water. Okay, and so you just leave that. I'll leave that for about 10-15 minutes, and when you come back, you will see that the water is cloudy, right? Then you will do your TDS. Actually, that's my pH meter. You'll use your TDS meter in order to determine total dissolved solids. The total dissolved solids will be determined by way of a TDS meter. What you're looking for is about a 10 parts per million absorption rate or diffusion rate, 10 parts per million, and that will do it. So I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it'll start to diffuse. Oh, there may be an intersection there. I can't see. They could be touching it. Looks like they are, actually. You want to make sure that they're not touching. Okay, so the diffusion process can begin. And there's no danger. You talked about a 9-volt battery. It ain't going to kill you. Not enough electricity to hurt you. But again, once that diffusion process happens, again, you're looking for a 10 parts per million rate. Use your TDS meter to determine and validate that rate. And then, again, I'll take a tablespoon a day. And it's better than any antibiotic. The 7 synthesized antibiotics on the planet Earth were developed because there wasn't enough silver. Okay, people were using this for thousands of years prior to the development of the 7 antibiotics that are currently in use on the planet Earth today. Silver was the primary antibiotic used. Definitely, it has its basis in history, and it has proven ability to, again, serve the human physiology very well. Right? So that's what it is, Kev. It's on video now for you. Okay, very simple. Actually, yeah, mine's has stopped diffusing. It might be easier to put these on opposing sides, and with mine, in this case, I've got a little bit of benefit because this will show me by way of the light when it's not, when they're not touching and it's actually working. All right, so there you go. Very simple.